Hello friends, I am Jainji. This is our channel Jain Social. Every year, tens of millions of low-income informal workers are migrating from villages to urban areas for looking for better economic opportunities. But they won't get affordable housing because of exorbitant rent rate in urban areas. They used to settle in park, platform, empty places or along the line of railway track. These people most often use the cheap and low quality material whichever locally available to construct dwelling places or huts. Over a period, these kind of poor people most often join with them and encroach more public places. Then these kind of settlements turn to become a slum. Their life condition is like a fish out of water in every days. In that circumstances, Supreme Court of India ordered to evict 48,000 of these kind of dwellings along the line of Delhi railway track within 3 months. What are the hardships behind this issue and what are the human rights violations or right to life violation exist in this issue? What kind of other alternative possibilities that can be a better alternative solution for the resettlement of them, and how can we stop this kind of emergence of slums in metropolitan cities? These are the things we are going to reveal in this video. Before that, if you didn't subscribe channel, please subscribe channel and also click the bell icon. Then the moment I post the video, it will reach you immediately. The Supreme Court of India ordered to evict 48,000 dwelling sites along the line of Delhi railway track since they had engrossed the property of Indian Railway. The court has given the task to the Indian Railway, then the Delhi government and also the central government to make a plan to relocate them within 3 months. It will be quite interesting to know some of the statistics regarding informal housing or slums in the world. There are more than 1 billion people those who are living in slums or informal housing. In India alone, 152 million to 216 million people those who are living in informal housing or slums. There are about 50 to 80% of people those who are working in informal sectors in developing cities. Every metropolitan cities in India, for instance, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata or Chennai used to have slums where more than millions of people are dwelling with congested settlements. Dharavi in Mumbai is one of the world's biggest slums. What is the reason behind the formation of slums? Let it have some basic understanding. Few years back in agriculture, we used more number of cattle for blowing some other purposes. But over a period, due to the mechanization of agriculture, we started to use harvesters, tractor instead of animals. So over a period, what happened? There has been a loss of many labor in agriculture field because of adoption of technology. And also in India, more than 50% of people, those who are involved in agriculture activities. But at the same time, more than 80% of Indian farmers have only less than 2 acres of land. And also their economic activities in their farm field used to be done by their family members. The agriculture offer more employment opportunities, particularly during the time of planting and harvesting. So it leads to seasonal employment. Then similarly, more number of people are working in the same work, even though that can be done by the less number of people. That lead to disguised unemployment in village areas. Some people started to leaving agriculture practices because of uncertainty in agriculture production due to natural calamities like flood, drought. So they are also looking for alternative employment options. Even though the literacy have been increasing in India year after year, the farmers, those who have been practicing agriculture for many generations, used to be poor and illiterate. So they are unable to adopt new technologies to produce more. Few farmers, after their children become a graduate in technical field, they may leave agriculture practices and look for better economic opportunities. Since population have been increasing in every year, there are many people are added in the labor force, but still there are few unemployed. The government tried to give employment opportunity to the poor people in informal sector by the enforcement of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act in villages, which offer minimum 100 days of employment to one adult in every household. But the salary provided in this kind of employment is about 200 rupees to one person per 1 day. And also there is no guarantee beyond 100 days of employment through this MGNREGA program. People, they want to improve their economic conditions, always try to migrate to city areas. These poor people unable to afford the exorbitant rental houses in cities. So they try to settle wherever possible, for instance, empty spaces or platforms or beaches or parks or any railway tracks unused for long time along that line, they try to settle. But these kind of settlements over a period expanded because of similar kind of people used to accumulate for a long time. Then they encroach the territory to make huts or sheds by using cheaply available local material, for instance sacks, plastic cover or banner for dwelling. So these kind of settlement used to be very congested and very unhygiene. Any diseases is spreaded, then these kind of people mostly affected. Then any natural calamities during the time, they also mostly get affected, particularly during the time of flood, cyclone or landslide. These people are mostly involved in economic activities in informal sectors. For instance, they may work as a housemaid, cleaner, in construction activities like building construction, road construction. They may work as a driver, street vendor from different age groups. These poor people unable to afford good education for their children and also good health services in city areas because those services are heavily charged. These poor people won't have better electricity connection and quality drinking water. The drinking water may be serviced to them through trucker tanker once in a while, but during the time of getting water also there will be a huge crowd. For instance, in Mumbai, more than 70% of slum areas water needs are serviced through trucker tanker. Even then, the slum people won't get adequate water. As per the World Health Organization, every person must have at least 50 liters of water per day in non-emergency situation. Maintaining hygiene without adequate water is a big challenge for them. These slum areas dwelling people most often won't have enough toilet facilities. There may be a common toilet, but to access that there will be a lengthy queue in every day. In Delhi, there are 37% of slums won't have enough toilet access facilities. So they use common places for that purpose. If possible, a family in a slum may have a single room for staying, but further compartmentalization in their room is impossible mostly. And also many people in the slum area may addict to alcohol or drugs. If any community has been depleted for a long time and these community members even struggling to meet their basic needs in every day, that may lead to protest, and also these members may involve in anti-national and anti-social activities. For instance, theft, murder. Those who play with the vote bank politics often assure land right, that is patta, to these poor slum dwelling people during the time of election. So new slum dwellers also arises and they try to encroach government properties over a period with the hope of getting land right, and they often involved in protest against the government to get the right. Indian Constitution ensures right to life with dignity under Article 21. So it is the duty of the government to protect these people and provide better employment opportunities and assure their human rights are not at all violated against any circumstances. So government may rehabilitate them by providing alternative dwelling places or houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and providing economic opportunities for them and ensure their children's good education and good future. One of the dream program of Dr. Kalam, that is PURA, which means providing urban amenities in rural areas, which aim for providing urban facilities and infrastructure development in rural area. So through that way, the rural migration to urban area will be minimized. Government must take more constructive steps against more number of people, those who are involved in agriculture practices, by providing alternative employment options. For instance, through the way of increasing number of days of work and wages in MGNREGA. Let me hope that when we provide more number of facilities and employment opportunities in their native places, that is in villages, then the village to urban migration will be minimized over a period. So friends, what do you think the best option to reduce the emergence of slums in India and also reduce the migration from village to urban areas? Give your opinion in the comment section. If you like this video, please click the like button and also share to your friends and family members. If you want to see similar videos in the future, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon. Then the moment I post the video, it will reach you immediately. Thank you for watching this video. We shall meet again in our next discussion. Until then, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.